So, welcome to the third podcast here, and I'm here with Mr. Santiago, Pitbull himself. How are you, Santiago? Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you
How
good?
are you?
Yeah, fantastic. So, how's things with you in Benidorm?
Good.
You enjoying life
Loving
here?
it. Definitely, yeah.
Fantastic. And how long have you been in Benidorm?
I've been in Benidorm almost a year. Well, on the 1st of December, it'll be a year.
Just a year? Is that
Just
all?
a year, yeah.
So, considering you've only been here a year, are you? A lot of people say we'll call you Mr. Worldwide. So, are you Mr. Worldwide? Yeah, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, like you walk down the street and everyone's like, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. I'm like, Mr. Worldwide.
So is that true though? Are you very worldwide? Are you well
I
traveled?
am, yeah. I've traveled a lot. I've been literally a lot of places in the world and everything. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So where's your favourite place? Where would you say?
I
Is the
reckon
best place?
Benidorm at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's awesome. So do you think you'll stay in Benidorm for a long time?
I do, yeah.
Okay. So what is the main draw for you here in Benidorm?
Everything. You get a little bit of everything. It's like the people. The people are amazing. Like everywhere you go, people are lovely and open and friendly towards you, which is
I'm happy. Always happy.
happy. Yeah, you're always happy.
That's one thing I notice about Benidorm is literally you never see an unhappy face. It is such a happy
it's
environment, isn't it? So how did you come up with the idea of Pitbull?
I don't know. I got to Benidorm. I was actually doing an Elton John tribute. I'm actually a guitarist, singer-songwriter, guitarist, and I was doing an Elton John tribute in Cyprus. And one of my mates there said, "Well, why don't you go Benidorm? Because I lived there for ages. You'll love it." I'm like, all right, I'll try it. I got Benidorm and I saw most of the artists do like 2-3 tributes and everything. So I thought, right, what can I do that no one else has ever done?
Okay.
And then I just thought, well, my parents are Spanish. I might as well do a Pitbull or something like that. I didn't know it was going to work because it's not British.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just thought, well, let me try it. And if it works, it works. And it just took off. I just started doing it.
Well, it suits you, doesn't it? That's your sort of personality because you're a very bouncy, sort of
I
lively.
am very
sort of guy, aren't you?
bouncy, yeah. Yeah, it's just how can I explain it? You can interpret yourself a lot.
Yeah.
So I've got a little bit of Latino, like bit of a
Yeah.
flavor, and I don't know, I just love it.
So you just touched on something about yourself as well. So your parents are Spanish, are
My
they?
parents are Spanish, yeah.
So you can speak fluent Spanish then?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
English, Spanish, German, Dutch, Italian.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
how many languages is that? Five languages?
5.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. I
Yeah.
can barely speak one. So what made you come to Benidorm in the first place?
Well, I was in Cyprus, and I just thought, well, I do miss Spain and everything, and like Cyprus is brilliant. It's like summer season,
Okay.
but then on the 1st of November, it goes dead quiet and there's nothing in the winter. I thought, well, I need something all year round, and I said, well, go to Benidorm, go Benidorm. Well, I got here, and I didn't know anyone. I knew one person in Benidorm.
Okay.
I literally didn't know anyone, and then just started going around the venues like, listen, I do an Elton John, would you? And they said, all right, we'll give you a try. The first venue I played at was Royal Arrow. And the people loved it because it's taking the piano and everything. And but this ridiculous Elton outfit with his massive glasses, like Austin Powers. And all the women are like, oh, he's so cute. And all the men are like, he looks like a twat. He looks like Austin Powers. But it does attract attention. It attracts a lot of attention. And people start talking, oh, the Elton John, go watch him. Yeah. And that's how it started.
Okay.
And as time progressed, then I thought, right, I need another tribute. I just sat down and started working in Pitbull,
And that's how that began.
developed. Yeah,
But the thing is, like a lot of people, that's what Benidorm is about, isn't it? A lot of
Yeah.
people love tribute acts, and that's what's good about what you do because
Yeah.
this is the place for tribute acts, isn't
it
it?
is.
If you
Definitely.
think of anywhere else in the world, Benidorm would be the place for that. So, do you have any more plans for any more tribute acts?
I do. I've got my guitar singing always as a backup, which I
Okay.
love doing. But when you've got a lot of work, you can't like be setting up gear and then packing up and going next venue.
Yeah.
I mean, when you've got 3 or 4 different tributes, it's a bit of a hassle to do that. Unless you've got like one venue where you do that and you can leave your things there and you just get up and pack up. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So I've got 2 tributes in the pipeline,
Oh wow,
which
that's
I'm not going to
exciting.
say anything about. I've got a duo I want to work on, which
Oh wow,
is quite
okay.
exciting. I'll see how it goes. We still got a lot to figure out, but
Oh, I'm looking forward
the
to hearing
seed
more
is
about
there, the idea is there, so we're going to work in it, and yeah.
that. Incredible. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm really excited about that. So, Where are you originally from?
Born in South Africa. My parents are Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was working in South Africa. My mum went to South Africa on a honeymoon. Met my dad, came back to Spain, divorced her husband, married my dad. And that's where I came from.
And that's where you
So
came.
it's a bit of a story.
Oh.
And well, I spent most of my life there. Then I moved to Tenerife because my family moved back to Spain. Then I moved to England, Portsmouth, Pompeii.
Okay.
And then I was just looking online for different contracts and everything, and Cyprus came up.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I've been to China when I was living in South Africa. We did a lot of television work, like one of the TV companies there. We had this little kids band when we were kids.
Okay.
And then we went to China. We've been literally everywhere, yeah. So.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So you've picked up a lot from different places where you've been.
Yeah.
Because your English is very good as well, or is that a natural thing? Is it to speak English?
Well, I went to an English school, and then in Tenerife, like most of my friends were like from Yorkshire or whatever. Most of my mates.
Okay.
And like everyone's like, "You're from Yorkshire? Where's your accent from?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've just got a weird mixed up accent." Even my Spanish accent is mixed up because they say, "But you're not Spanish." I'm like, "Well, sort of. My parents are Spanish, yeah, but you definitely English." I'm like, "All right, I'm English." So I'm a bit Spanglish in the mix.
Spanglish, yeah. I love that Spanglish.
Yeah.
So you're one of them that can just change. As soon as you hear you're in Spanish, you sound just totally Spanish. As soon as you hear you're in English, you sound totally English, and that's it, isn't it? So I'm going to ask you a couple of personal questions now.
Here we go.
And it's up to you whether you want to answer them or not, but I'm sure you've probably got a string of women that are interested in you. Are you single?
A gentleman never tells.
Okay.
No, I have met someone that I really like, and she's amazing. So fingers crossed it works out and everything. So
Oh, wonderful.
I haven't liked anyone in ages, but it's birthday, so I like. So we'll see.
So
we'll
love
see
is in the air, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. We'll take it slowly. See what happens.
Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Isn't he such a romantic guy? He seems lovely. So,
at the hotel, motel, holiday. That's a bit of romance for you there.
I love that. Oh, he's such a fun guy, honestly. So tell me a bit more about your past, and just tell me a bit more about you and your past.
Oh, I don't know. Music's always been like my first love.
Yeah.
It's always been in my blood since I was little. My dad made me a microphone when I was 3 years old. I got to stand on the kitchen table and sing. So it's always been my music.
Always been your passion.
Always been my passion. My passion is actually songwriting, which I love.
Oh wow!
I love sitting down with the guitar and just pen and a piece of paper, and that's it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that's always been your passion, your main hobby.
It has. Yeah.
Do you enjoy food?
I love food.
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
Sushi, definitely. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
Sushi.
Do you go to a lot of eating out in Benidorm? Do you eat in a lot of places in Benidorm?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So you never cook at home, or?
I do cook, yeah.
Oh, right,
Not the best cook in the world, but I do cook.
But you do enjoy it. Well, you've got to impress the ladies somehow, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite song to sing? What's your favorite Pitbull song?
My favorite Pitbull song would most probably be "Everything Tonight."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the first Pitbull song I ever heard. I used to love it, and I love all of them. I can't.
It's hard.
I don't know. I can't really say I like one more than the other. Fireball I love because of my intro, and it's
of course it's got that bounce to it.
Yeah, it's got the bounce to it. I love all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elton John. What's your favorite Elton John song?
My favorite Elton John song. I don't do it in the show. It's Song for Guy because it doesn't have any lyrics.
Okay.
I'm joking. No.
Yeah.
My favorite Elton John song. Oh, there's a lot. I actually went to see him live in Barcelona in May.
Oh wow!
And it's breathtaking.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. Favorite Elton John song would be.
There's too many to think about.
It's called "You Gotta Love Someone." I don't do it in my show.
Okay.
But you gotta love someone.
Okay.
You got it. It's an amazing song. I always listen to it when I'm driving. Like that's my driving song, and like you can't always do all the songs you want to do because a lot of people don't know them, and you've got to relate to people a lot more.
Of course,
so it's got to be something everyone knows.
Now you sound like a romantic at heart. You sound like a true romantic.
I'm a very passionate person.
You sound like that, given by the song choices and and how you think about things. You sound like quite a compassionate person. So, who is the one person that you would say you admire the most?
Tons of people.
Don't say the Benidorm Fanatic.
The Benidorm Fanatic. Well, in Benidorm or generally?
In general, in life?
I don't know. Just people who get out there and inspire other people and they're motivated. They've got goals and they just work hard. Doesn't matter how difficult it's been.
Yeah.
You do get knocked down. You just stand up and work through it and just move forward. That's all you can do.
I love that.
Like everyone has always been through rough times and everything, but you just gotta. There's always something in you that tells you you can do this.
You can do this.
And you just stand up and you look at people and you start studying people who've made it through rough times and you say, well, they can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? And you never give up. That's the only thing. And when you look at people that inspire other people, like I went to an Anthony Robbins seminar in London years ago, absolutely brilliant, like motivational speaker. And this man was amazing. He started off with nothing, like literally nothing, like really poor. And he's dedicated his life to helping people. And the man is that would be one of my mentors, one of my heroes, and he's changed so many lives.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd ever be able to, but I'd like to be like that in the future.
Yeah.
I'd like to help people as much as I can.
So does he remind you a bit of yourself in that respect, and like how you are, who you are today, and what you do now?
Yeah.
Did you start from nothing? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from, because he's actually like a life coach.
Okay.
And he's like, I know you're not allowed to swear. He's like, on this, are you? Right. Like, he's like a no rubbish person, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And he doesn't take rubbish from anyone,
yeah.
and he just goes and smashes it, and that's
Fantastic. That's a great ethos in life, isn't it? And that's one thing I've noticed about a lot of performers and entertainers in Benidorm as well, or anyone I've met in this industry, is a lot of people did start from the bottom. They do. They do. And
I was actually very lucky when I got to Benidorm. I was really, really lucky. Because, I mean, a lot of times it takes months, sometimes years to build up.
Yeah.
And I just said, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. It's like a really high standard.
Yeah.
Like that, the tributes are absolutely brilliant. The artists are brilliant in Benidorm. And you've just got to keep working, bettering your shows and getting it better. And,
Yeah.
right. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Let's try this. Right. That works. Let's work on that. And just carry on.
That's an amazing attitude to have. I mean, you do, when you walk in a room, it does light a room up. You are one of those people that are so lovely, have fun, and energetic.
I have
to
had
be
my
around.
moments, but it doesn't. It mostly, yeah.
I mean, I went to see you doing Red Line 2 last week, and the energy in the room, you know, even I wanted to bounce. Everyone was just bounce, bounce, you know. It's great fun, and you do feel that about you when you're around you, you know, when you are watching you, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, you're not exactly boring.
No, I'm not, mate.
So tell me, what is the best thing about being an entertainer in Benidorm?
I reckon the people.
The people.
People.
Is it because the people are they fun? Are they?
They're fun. It's like people come to Benidorm and, well, I've worked in a lot of tourist areas.
Okay.
And people will usually go there, and it takes a while to like cheer them up.
Yeah.
And it's all right. And you know you're doing your job well if you do cheer them up anyway. But like Benidorm, people come here and they're already in a good mood.
Yeah.
And you just get to know a lot of people, and you start building up contacts, and you start making friends everywhere. And you just get to know more and more people, and it starts feeling sort of like family after a while. I've only been here a year.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people I can say, you know, I do a lot for them because they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I reckon the people, that's the best thing.
That's true, isn't it, about Benidorm? You get a lot of people that come here seasonally that you get to know year in, year out. But also Benidorm, everyone knows each other here, don't we? And we are like a family.
Yeah.
And you do get to know people. Like I've met you recently, and you've met me, and you do meet people along the way here, and great characters as well.
Definitely, yeah. Very interesting characters. I mean, first time I saw you, I was like, who is this person? I was thinking the people at Champions Bar. And you were like, can I say this?
Yes.
You're like in leathers and everything. I'm like, what? And all your mates kept on trying to get on stage. Like, who is this person? And then like 2 weeks later, I saw you like in Tara. Oh, Louis, and you like Pitbull. I'm like, oh, Louis. And then, you know, and you start making mates, and you start getting friends like
that's
like
true,
a lot quicker, I think, than you would anywhere else, because Other places you have to get to know people first, sort of, and they're very judgy in other
Yeah.
places. And there's like places like, well, say Berlin. You go to Berlin, and no one cares, no one judges you, and you get to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's what Benidorm is like. You
Yeah.
like no one will go out to judge you. Everyone's doing their own thing, and they love it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I think that's that idea that everyone is here just to have so much fun.
Just have fun, yeah.
So they leave everything behind them, don't they? And then they just
it.
enjoy themselves. Yeah. So I want to go into a bit more depth about you as well. So I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you a few random questions about yourself. So question number one: do you have any fears?
Um, fears. I don't think I do.
No.
No.
Scared of the dark?
No, nothing like that. I've
No.
got no fears. I'm not scared of heights or anything. I love water. I'm a water baby. I love water skiing and
Okay.
anything to do with water, like scuba diving, whatever. No, I wouldn't really say I've got fears.
So that's you seeing in your speedos every morning on the beach in Benidorm.
Might be, yeah.
What is the biggest challenge you've ever had to overcome in life?
Biggest challenge. I reckon when my dad passed away, went through a difficult time, and I just went a bit downhill.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
And then I just worked through it, and slowly but surely, and I think that was a really big challenge for me.
Yeah.
And apart from that,
To get through that
yeah,
barrier emotionally. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
was-
that. So, given what you've been through, and all the challenges that you've been through, how did you get through it? How did you get
Faith.
faith? So you're religious? Are you a religious man or
Yeah, spiritual, yeah.
spiritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, like there's so many religions,
Yeah.
and but I'm a spiritual person. I believe there's
Okay.
something out there, and
Oh,
you
so
just got to
that's-
have faith, and
Yeah.
you just got to get in the sync of things. Like when you do things properly,
Yeah.
everything's going to fall into place.
Yeah.
And you send out love, and you'll get love back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
He's such a lovely guy. I
I
love interviewing this guy. He's such a lovely guy.
I did go through a bit of rough time in Benidorm as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just getting used to everything. As
Yeah.
a lot of life changes, and then you sign, all right, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do this, and you just work through all your, I don't know, just doubts. You start working through all your doubts and everything,
Okay.
and then you start getting stronger and stronger, and that's it. And then,
Positive mindset, positive sort
yeah.
of attitude.
Yeah.
So have you just touched on something there? You just said you've got to have faith. Is that a George Michael tribute thing coming through there?
No,
Is that your next? Is that your next tribute?
No, I'm
act,
not
is it?
doing George Michael, no.
You're not going to confess to that one, are you? You're not going to tell
No,
us
I'm
what
not.
you've got coming up. So, to anyone else who's in your profession
Yeah.
or coming up, what a bit of advice would you give them?
Best advice. Appreciate the other artists as much as you can,
Okay.
because you learn from them. You start interacting, and you sort of learn from each other and
Okay.
help each other,
Okay.
and everyone finds their place. Basically,
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna come. Don't think you want to come to Benidorm. You're gonna come work, and you're gonna smash it, and you're gonna take as much work as you can. You're gonna sing at all the best venues. Don't have to have that mindset. The mindset you have to have. You come to Benidorm, and you just give it a go and try it,
Yeah.
and you'll get to know people, and you'll find everyone has their place.
Yeah.
And if you haven't sang at that venue you want to sing, it doesn't matter, because you'll end up singing at a venue that people are going to love you, and you're going to love 10 times more. Because
Yeah.
that might just be an ideology
Yeah.
that you wanted, and maybe if you were to work there, you wouldn't enjoy it as much as you would be at another venue.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky because I've sang at like amazing venues so far,
Yeah.
and that's the best advice. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try be a superstar, or don't try make it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just enjoy the people you're with and enjoy what you're doing, because the moment you love what you're doing, everyone else is going to see it, and everyone else is going to feel it. And my biggest reward is seeing that people enjoy it, was, you've made a bit of a difference in their holiday, and you made a bit of a difference in their night. And I think that's the best advice I can give.
And that's true, isn't it? Like you just said, because when you're enjoying yourself, so people do enjoy themselves with you, don't they? You know, and that's the thing. I mean, I've seen you in Champions. When you said you used to see me in the leather, I've seen you in Champions.
We're actually funny. That was pretty night.
I've seen you in Champions, and that is a sort of fun environment, isn't it? Champions. People go to the square to have to get drunk, to have a good time, to have a lot of fun. And you give off that energy. You do. Out of nearly most of the artists I've ever seen, you, if anyone, do give off that high energy, fun-loving environment. You know, and it works. It works because people are on that line with you and enjoying themselves. So, what is one of the craziest things you've ever done?
Oh, gee, craziest things I've ever done. I don't know.
Have you ever jumped from a plane? Have you ever jumped from a boat? Have you?
I do like extreme sports. I reckon craziest things I've ever done. First time I went skiing in Austria, I literally just started skiing. And like you can only go on the green slopes and the blue slopes.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, screw that. I can sort of manage it. So I went on one of the black slopes. I thought I can manage this. So I get to the top, and it's just like that. I thought, oh fuck it, let's just do it. I cracked like 3 ribs. It was funny.
Oh, no.
And then I managed from that slope. I managed to sort of like wiggle my way onto one of the green slopes. And one of my mates came past me and he said, "Are you all right?" And then I said, "I'm fine, yeah, I can handle this." And that's where I picked up speed. Again, my skill went straight into me. And they made me, with my cracked ribs, they literally made me laugh on purpose for the rest of the bloody holiday. And that's pretty much
okay, that is pretty extreme. Yeah,
that is pretty
I don't think I'd be that brave.
I wouldn't do that again. Wouldn't recommend it.
So, what do you do when you're at home? What's your favorite pastime at home? Do you watch Netflix?
I do like watching films. I like gymming. I like training in gym.
Okay.
I used to train a lot in Tenerife. Then when I went England and Cyprus, stopped training. I've just started again. I love keeping fit. I love like swimming, rollerblading, everything. Songwriting, meeting up with people, like meeting up with mates for lunch or coffee or whatever. That's
okay. Awesome. Yeah. Social personality.
Social. I do like my private time, my me time. Like when I'm writing, I don't want anyone to bother me. That's it. Like phone goes off, everything goes off, and like these 2 hours are mine. You know what I mean? I don't want to speak to anyone because when you start writing, you start getting inspired.
Yeah.
And it takes me about 2 hours to write a song. Sometimes 1 hour, sometimes half an hour.
Yeah.
I've never taken like days or weeks. Like the idea just comes and you have to block everything out in that moment. Otherwise, you're going to lose the magic.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes it's 4 a.m. and that's it. Like, all right, I'm going home. I have to just grab the guitar and just start doing it. And that's so that's basically me in a nutshell. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you wanted to be remembered as an artist in any which way, how would you like to be remembered?
How would I like to be remembered? I don't know. As an artist, as me, probably
as
just
you?
as me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when I start releasing original material, that's how I want people to remember me.
Okay.
Because when I write, it's all about life experiences and what we've been through. And so my life story will actually be in my songs.
Okay.
So that's how I'd like people to remember me by,
That's amazing. I mean, it's going to be some exciting things coming up for him. It's good to hear about his future, the possibility of more tribute acts as well in the future. But thanks very much for giving me your time.
Welcome.
You're an interesting guy. You can tell he's a lovely, lovely guy, and I've really enjoyed spending the past hour with you today.
Cheers,
thanks
Thank you very much.
You're a legend.
Have a brilliant day.
Thank you.
Love you all.